In 2010, YouTube was a very different place. While it wasn't quite as much of a Wild West as it was when it first was created, this was still a time where for the most part the site was more casual. Charlie Bit My Finger was embedded in the minds of us all, Crazy Frog was all the rage, and of course this more casual attitude meant that some really weird content slipped through the cracks. Recently we talked about I Feel Fantastic, an infamous video that scarred many unsuspecting viewers that found it on accident when it blew up in 2009. But that was just one of the many bizarre mysteries in what I would call the golden age of horror on YouTube. These years from 2008 to about 2011 shaped an entire generation of people and are a big reason why channels like us are even around today. The scariest part about this all is when you think about what videos stayed unknown. What videos slipped so far through the cracks that they never even resurfaced at all. Well, I think I found one. In September of 2010, a YouTube channel by the name of Matt Pappas 1 appeared, and in the blink of an eye, it was just gone, just as soon as it came. But for the few people that did run into this page, the contents were never forgotten. So what was it exactly that made these videos so disturbing, and why did this channel disappear so quickly? Well, let's find these things out together. This video is sponsored by Surfshark. For years we have combed the depths of the internet, searching high and low for the weirdest stuff we possibly can for you guys. While surfing the web for these sorts of things, it can get dangerous, so having a VPN has always been a top priority for us. A VPN is a virtual private network that ensures a safe and secure browsing experience. VPNs for us are perfect when visiting shady sites, but they aren't all just for protection. VPNs are perfect for accessing restricted content in your country, so if you want to browse the Australian Netflix's horror section in the United States, Surfshark has got you covered. Since we do run an online business, we are working everywhere we can, and something extremely dangerous is public Wi-Fi. If not secure enough, anybody can sneak malicious malware on all of your devices. That's where having a dedicated VPN can help you stay as safely as possible, whether you're on the go with business, school, or just for fun. Surfshark doesn't just offer the VPN, but a complete and dedicated in-house antivirus, so if you are attacked, you are in the best hands possible. Surfshark allows you to use their VPN on all of your devices, and there's no limit to it either, so your phone, computer, tablet, smartwatch, and my integrated cyborg arm are all protected. Surfshark also has 24/7 customer support, so no matter where or when you are, you can get the help you need. Secure your privacy with Surfshark. Enter coupon code Debunk for an extra 4 months free at surfshark.deals/debunk. And if you aren't satisfied, Surfshark offers a risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee. Stay safe surfing and use code Debunk for 4 months free at surfshark.deals/debunk. On September 21st, 2010, Matt Pappas 1 would upload its first video, and it was titled cactusslap.mod. Unfortunately for us, this video definitely lives up to the title. As we can see, this video is very short, clocking in at just 17 seconds, and it's also very matter-of-fact and quiet. He just takes this piece of cactus, presses it on his face, and takes it off. I will note that though this video is strangely quiet, there were some visible reactions made from what he did. As soon as he presses the cactus on his face, he does let out a small grunt, and when he takes it back off, he does visibly grimace. But then as he ends the video, his face is straight as can be, looking pretty much emotionless, which makes us wonder why he just did that. On the exact same day, this channel would post its next video, except unlike the last one, this was a much longer upload. This video was called leftbehind.mod, and it is considerably more disturbing. As the video begins, we can see that there is someone holding the camera and commentating, but something he says right at the start stands out as being extremely interesting.
This is Matt Pappas. He's going to nail his foot to a skateboard.
You filming?
I am filming. Why is he doing this? We do not know.
So according to him, I guess even his friend doesn't know why Matt is doing what he is doing to himself. As for what he did in this video, we can see Matt with his foot on a skateboard, and then he nails his foot into the skateboard and starts riding it. Again, as he was nailing his foot into it, he somehow had almost no reaction to what he did. His friend, who seemed not to know why Matt was doing what he was doing at the start, did make multiple worried comments after this, yet he still did record and follow Matt around for the rest of it, and he even asked him if he was going to put this on YouTube. At one point he seems to mess up on the skateboard, but since he nailed his foot into it, he didn't fall off, instead his foot just got gashed more. Towards the end of the video, it's now time for them to get the nail back out, except this seems to prove to be pretty difficult. It's here where we get a more close-up view of just how deeply this nail was put into his foot, as they now have to try to yank it out, eventually succeeding. On the same exact day, we got a new video, this one being called Take It Back.
I'm Matt Pappas, and I take it back.
This video was more like the first one, as he was alone and it was just 40 seconds. In this video, instead of using a nail gun on his foot, this time he hammers the nail into his foot, which was very hard for me to watch. And yet again, despite this gruesome act, there's almost no visible reaction from Matt. The next upload, In Your Shoes, is the first non-violent upload on the channel, and that's partly because this video seems to be a failed take that they just uploaded anyways. Matt introduces the video like last time, except the camera just goes down and the video ends. To add to more proof towards my suspicion, the next video has the same title and is slightly longer. This next video starts at what seems to be the middle of this action, because as it begins, a nail is already in Matt's foot with no introduction to the topic at all. Unfortunately, this one has the most amount of visible pain yet.
That's looking a little painful there, bud. That tape picking you up on the bottom?
Did you get any of that?
I got...
The final video is called Relativity, and it's just 9 seconds long. In here, Matt says relativity, and then appears to stick his hand into what I think is boiling water as the video ends. And that's it. That's the entire channel. Matt posted these 6 videos all on the same day, all showing him mutilating himself for seemingly no reason, and then he was never seen again, which may be just as eerie as the contents within the videos themselves. Naturally, this leaves us with a lot of questions. Why was Matt doing this, and what happened to the channel? Every single video was posted seemingly all at once, and then that was it. My first thought was actually regarding the upload dates. Were these uploads all truly done at the same time, or were they recorded previously and he just uploaded them all to YouTube later? This doesn't necessarily matter that much for the larger questions we mentioned earlier, but I still found this aspect weird, mainly for the fact that the majority of the videos involving him nailing his foot, but there weren't any previous marks on his foot in the later videos. What wound up being the giveaway to me were 2 things: his clothes and his hair. In the majority of the videos, his hair is very shaved and he's wearing this brown shirt and black pants. But in 2 videos, the first and last, he looks considerably different. His hair is much longer and he's wearing different clothes. Either these videos were recorded significantly before or significantly after. Of course, as I said, that doesn't connect too much to the main questions, but it could still help in building an understanding towards what was really going on here. Did he record all of them specifically for YouTube, or was he actually recording these injuries over a longer period of time and put them on YouTube later? With that all being said though, let's expand our searches to the rest of the internet to see if we can find anything else. I first wanted to try searching for his name, in the hopes that if I found him, we could answer the question of where he went after the channel suddenly stopped uploading. Unfortunately, searching Matt Pappas on the internet doesn't exactly do much. There's clearly a ton of Matt Pappases out there, and none of them I could find seem related to our guy at all. And without any verified location for where Matt was, even in his videos, we also don't have much to narrow down either. So unfortunately, I cut my losses on finding his identity that way. Instead, I searched up his username the exact way it appears on his YouTube channel. There still weren't too many results this way, but I was able to find a little bit more, mostly being in the form of Reddit thread discussions about the channel. The main thread I found was this one, mentioning an extremely disturbing YouTube channel where a man hurts himself in increasingly bizarre ways that has been inactive for years. This thread also did not necessarily give me any new information, but it did involve people theorizing over what may have been happening here. Many people assumed that he was a masochist, and that's all that there really was to the channel. There were also a lot of people theorizing that he lost most of the feeling in his foot since, as we went over earlier, he gave almost no reaction to the insane things he was doing to himself. There is absolutely no way to ever prove this theory, but I suppose it is possible. There was, however, one more theory that I saw given here a few times, and it was actually something I myself was actually thinking as I watched every video on the channel. He was inspired by Jackass. If there's one more thing that ruled the world in the year 2010, it was Jackass. While the show started all the way back in 2000, it was still a major cultural zeitgeist when Matt was making his videos. In fact, just a month after his videos were posted, Jackass 3 was scheduled to come out, the first Jackass movie in 4 years. For reasons just like the videos Matt posted, Jackass has been drenched in controversy ever since it first aired. In case you've never heard of or seen it, Jackass was all about a group of friends performing a series of insane pranks and stunts on each other. Some of these examples include being suddenly high-fived by a gigantic hand, being blindfolded while a raging bull is charging at you, getting trapped in a car with a bunch of bees, and much, much more. And granted, every episode of Jackass did have a disclaimer saying not to repeat any of the stunts shown, but this is the same sort of thing as the disclaimers that would show up before WWE matches. Of course, people were going to repeat them in some shape or form. In an article all the way back in 2001, towards the beginning of the show's run, it was said that a kid in New England and a kid in Florida set themselves on fire, and in Kentucky, a kid broke both of his legs attempting to jump over a car. The difference in this case, of course, would be the fact that Matt was a grown man, not a child. Still though, this connection seems very likely to me, especially with the way he would introduce each horrible thing he did to himself.
I'm Matt Pappas, and I take it back.
I'm Dave England, and this is the Bungee Boogie.
I'm Matt Pappas, and this is In Your Shoes.
I'm Giant Knoxville, and we're gonna be burglars today.
It sounds exactly like the beginning of a Jackass stunt and was the dead giveaway for me when I was watching as to what was probably going on here. Even with this likely answer now as to what was probably happening in these videos, the contents within them are still baffling. In Jackass sketches, even if they were absolutely insane and went too far, there was usually a gimmick, joke, or prank to them. A perfect example is that famous high five prank. The entire joke there is that instead of it being a normal high five with your friend, a giant hand suddenly comes out and smacks you. These pranks were absolutely mean-spirited, but in a weird sort of way, since everybody was so close to each other and knew what they were in for. It seemed to be accepted as just being part of the game. As this amazing comment suggests, they're like unsupervised children who have stolen one of their parents' credit cards. So despite how mean and even violent these pranks were, there seemed to be a weird sincerity to it all that somehow pulled it together and made people not want to look away, at least in the minds of many of its fans. In Matt's video, he just sticks a nail through his foot and that's it. There's no joke, there's no gimmick, that's it. Well, when he nails his foot to a skateboard and then rides around town, I suppose there is a gimmick there, but that's the only upload you could say that about. That aspect of him essentially hurting himself for no reason, with no payoff above all else, is what still shocks me the most about these videos. It's also what makes me more curious and worried about Matt and what may have happened to him. Also, though it seems very clear that he is trying to cash in on the phenomenon of Jackass, the fact that these videos were all uploaded in one day and then never again makes things more mysterious. Even if it was definitely for the best that he stopped these videos, if he was trying to cash in on the Jackass craze, why did he stop that quickly? Unfortunately, without any later instances of Matt being found online by me, I don't have an answer to that question, or any of the other ones I wanted to find. What happened to Matt? Sadly, I don't know. I can only hope that he stopped doing these things and that none of these things he did to himself in these videos caused him serious harm. I don't usually like leaving our videos off on this incomplete of a note. Normally I want them to feel conclusive, but with almost no jumping off points to take, I genuinely am stuck. Maybe if we all come together regarding this mystery and what may have happened, something can eventually be unearthed. If not, I suppose this mystery will remain as a stark reminder for what that golden age of horror on YouTube could so often be like. You'd see something shocking, weird, graphic, and what always made it worse was that nearly every time, you would have no context or answer. All you had was your own imagination. It's the reason so many people made theories about Tara or Blank Room Soup. and it's the same reason as to why this channel is so unnerving. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to like the video and subscribe. If you like the channel, make sure to check out our social medias, they are all in the description below. Please make sure that you stop by our Discord, it really is the best place to chat with us and hang with fellow debunk enthusiasts. Of course, if you'd like to support the channel a little bit more, please head on over to our Patreon Debunk Plus. Only $1 a month and you guys get access to videos early, script PDFs, whatever random stuff we decide to put up, and more. As always, my name is Sep from Debunk File. See you guys next time. Bye.